Good morning, kids, and welcome to another lesson. How was yours week? I hope yours week was good. I hope none of y'all got sick or are sick at the moment. Okay, so let's start today's lesson with a time of worship. Yeah. Hope you all enjoy this song and do sing along if you all know the words.
Walking with Jesus, walking every day, all along the way. Walking with Jesus along. Walking in the sunrise, walking in the shadow, walking every day, all along the way. Walking in the sunrise, walking in the shadow, walking with Jesus alone. Walking with Jesus, walking every day, all along the way. Walking with Jesus along. Walking in the sunrise, walking in the shadow, walking every day, all along the way. Walking in the sunrise, walking in the shadow, walking with Jesus alone. Walking in the sunrise, walking in the shadow, walking every day, all along the way. Walking in the sunrise, walking in the shadow, walking with Jesus alone. Walking with Jesus alone. Walking with Jesus alone.
So hope you all enjoyed that, kids. Yeah, it's something different. So from today's lesson, what we learn is that we shouldn't always be in a hurry to get about our own work. Yes, sometimes we might be late to school. We might wake up late and we have to go soon. We have to go soon to work or to school. But then usually we should always be aware of who and what is around us, okay, especially who. Yeah, we should learn to identify the people who are in need. Sometimes it might not sometimes a person might not look like that person he or she needs help, because we always think it's the poor people or it's the people who are dressed in torn clothes or shabby clothes that need help. Okay, but sometimes there are people who dress clean, who dress neat, but who are in still need of help. Okay, so we should know to identify these people and help them when they need it. Okay, so sometimes might not be with things. Okay, might not be that they want money or something, but maybe help them to find a job. Okay, no, sometimes you all can't do it, but your parents can. Yeah, or maybe they need help by a kind word, by accepting them, by being patient, by listening to them. Yeah, by being their friend. Yeah, that's also another way where you can be helpful. Okay, kids. So we need to also learn to be patient and understanding of the other people's needs. Yeah, because like I said, not everything is visible. As soon as a person in need is not always visible. Yeah, and there are different ways that we have to see or understand that they are in need of help. Okay, so today's lesson is taken from John chapter 5 verses 1 to 15. It's a story about how Jesus healed a man at a pool. Okay, so now it's just not like the pools that we go for a swim at or the pools at our schools, but it was a different kind of pool. But before I get into the Bible story, kids, I want to tell you all another small story. Okay, so once upon a time, okay, there was a kid around your age who was walking home. He happened to come across a long queue. Now this queue it looked like quite a few poor people, okay, and they were all waiting near a religious establishment. They were all waiting because this place was giving out packets of lunch, okay, and these poor people were waiting to get the lunch. So all the people got the lunch, and when they went away, he saw another older man sitting down and waiting, but he had not gone and picked up a lunch. So this boy went and asked, "What's wrong? Why didn't you go take a lunch?" So he said, I can't go because I can't walk. So this little boy went to this religious establishment and he got a packet of lunch and went and gave this poor man. Okay, but the next day, also when he was walking back home, he did something else. He did something special. Okay, instead of bringing and giving this man any food, he got a walking stick and he gave this old man, so that in future this old man can get up and walk by himself. He can help himself to do anything or to go anywhere. We should always help people, but we should also think of a way to help people so that they can help themselves in the future. Okay, so if we just if we keep on giving lunch to a poor person every day, that person will only expect lunch, and that person will just sit there and wait till the lunch is given. But whereas if we help that person to be able to stand up on their feet, to maybe do something for themselves, to find a job maybe, so that is where we are helping them to help themselves. Okay, so Amti is going to attach a small video of today's Bible lesson. Okay, so hope you all enjoy it.
Healing at the Pool of Bethesda, brought to you by The Way Kids. This story can be found in John chapter 5. Let's begin. Jesus went to Jerusalem for a special festival. And in Jerusalem, there was a pool with 5 covered porches near the sheep gate. Many sick people were lying on the porches beside the pool. Some of them were blind, some were crippled, and some were paralyzed. One of the men lying there had been sick for 38 years. Jesus saw him lying there and knew he had been sick for many years. So he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" "Sir, there is no one to help me get into the water when it starts moving. I try to get to the water, but when I do, someone else goes in front of me." Then Jesus said, "Get up, pick up your mat, and walk." Immediately, the man was well. He picked up his mat and started walking. The day this happened was a Sabbath day. So, some Jews said to the man who was healed, "It is against the law for you to carry your mat today." But he answered, "The man who made me well told me to pick up your mat and walk." "Who is the man who told you to pick up your mat and walk?" But the man did not know who it was because Jesus slipped away into the crowd. Later, Jesus found the man in the temple and told him, "See, you are well now. Stop sinning before something worse happens." The man went back to the Jews who questioned him, and he told them it was Jesus who healed him. The Jews tried to make Jesus stop doing miracles on the Sabbath, but Jesus replied, "My Father never stops working, and so I work too." This angered them and made them try even harder to stop Jesus.
So do try and keep that in mind, okay? Remember that help comes in, you can be helpful in different ways, not just by giving money or like, well, if you're an adult, you can give money, or you can like find a job for someone who is in need of a job. Yeah, those are things that adults can do. But as kids, y'all can do the small things, which I'm sure would go a long way, which would be much appreciated by others. Yeah, so something that y'all can do is maybe share y'all's food during class, during the interval. Share a pencil if you'll have an extra one. Maybe help someone. Yeah, can help someone in their studies, maybe in maths, in English, or spellings, or something like that, something small. Yeah, and y'all can be helpful through kind gestures, kind words, by smiling, by walking up and talking to someone new, or to someone who doesn't seem to have a lot of friends. Yeah, to that quiet girl or boy who sits at the back of the class. Yeah, you can walk up to them, to her or he, and be friendly, be kind, invite them to play along. Yeah, so you can be helpful in different ways, like Andy said. And I think today kids, yeah, there are a lot of kids who feel lonely, who are bullied in school. The main thing, they can be helpful by not being bullied, by not bullying, and by stopping another bully. Okay, because there's a lot of bullying going on today in schools. Yeah, so you can be helpful by stopping it, by helping someone who is being bullied, by standing up for that person. Yeah, so likewise kids, there are lots of things, small little things that you can do in school, or say in Sunday school, or with your cousins. Yeah, with your friends, neighborhood friends maybe. Yeah, so remember, kindness and being helpful can be done in different ways. Okay, and even the smallest thing, sometimes, even though you may think, no, that won't matter to that person, it's not that very helpful if I do this or if I do that, but that can be quite wrong. Yeah, so what you think is too small to make a big difference could actually be quite big and make a big difference. Okay kids, so today's activity can be what I just said. Okay, all those things that I said, you can do that every day, not only this week but coming weeks and months and years. Yeah, so it's an ongoing activity for you all to be kind and be helpful. Okay kids, so shall we end today's lesson with a word of prayer? Okay. Thank you, dear Lord, for this beautiful day. Thank you for being with me last week, and I pray that you would be with me too this coming week. Not only with me, but with my family, my siblings, my friends, my teachers, and with all the people who are in need of anything. Help me to realize this and understand it, and so that I'll be able to help someone in need. Likewise, I pray, Lord, that you would help me too in anything that may arise that I may need help from. I pray that you would keep me and my family safe, keep everyone else safe from any harm. Help me, Lord, to do well, to walk in your footsteps, and to be a better child, and to be a helpful child. I love you, dear Lord. Amen. Okay, kids, hope you have a good week ahead. Yeah, take care. God bless, and see you next week.